ASM Sekai. We're back together and we'll be talking about our favorite anime of the summer, I guess.
One Piece?
Not One Piece. One Piece is forever. We're
Whatever.
joined today by Ace. We got Free Guy over here because, you know, Motor's always like an NPC dressed like that. And me, my Tokyo shirt.
NPC, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like
you're
that.
an NPC.
Yeah, I NPC. Yeah.
So last time we talked
It
about...
fits my boring character perfectly.
We're just calling you Free Guy. So we talked about Zom episode 1, and I'm going to give a quick rundown of episode 2 for whoever doesn't remember it, because episode 3 just came out this weekend. Episode
This
2 is
morning.
about Akira wanting beer. He runs out of beer, and he needs to get beer because this has to be his favorite day ever. I like when he's going downstairs, he meets this family, and he's like, oh, I'm making a run to the store, and they're trying to survive the zombies, and this guy, nonchalant, joyful personality, just going down the pipe like there's nothing. He has no... the fact that zombies give him less anxiety or no anxiety versus the
No
world
anxiety, yeah.
like no anxiety
Yeah.
at all. He's just like,
No
zombies,
anxiety.
who cares? The comedy is great, and then he meets the love of his life, who is obviously going to be a badass female, like completely cliche anime we love, dumb, happy-go-lucky protagonist, completely not having fun, but sexy as hell, smart protagonist, sex life, whatever.
Very, strategy focused. Yeah.
Yeah, she analyzed it, and it was cool the moment, like, 'cause she's already there drinking the bottle, acting all cool and stuff, and he comes in because he was having a conversation. Beer, he cheered beer.
Beer.
So, especially how the animation looked when she saved him from the runaway truck, and it showed two sides of the coin, where it also showed her point of view from what her life was and how she came here, what she analyzes. And then at the end, she's sitting there going like, she sees Akira smile and she's like, maybe there's more to it. Like, the thing I didn't like, the thing this anime changed for me and why I liked episode 2 way more than episode 1 is I got to understand the bucket list part. Because he started thinking what she said, and I like how Akira is. He's funny, happy-go-lucky, but when he came back, he saw that the people that were living there were already eaten by the zombies. They were dead. So he took that into him, and he's like, listen, I got to take this a little bit more seriously. And by more seriously, he's not going to completely not be happy. He starts listing things, and he's like, today was the best day. He got an upgraded motorcycle, which I love those parts, when he kept on getting a new vehicle all the time. And the background score, when he was sitting there, the background score was incredible. I'm like, holy shit.
The music of this series is good. It's fantastic. I love every single one of them.
Like,
I'm gonna
episode
start
3,
downloading.
like episode 3.
Wait. You forgot the most important thing about episode 2.
I'm not done yet, but yeah, go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, well, his point of view is 100 things that he needs to accomplish to do before becoming a zombie.
Yeah.
Her thing is,
I was gonna get to it.
avoid being a zombie, becoming a zombie.
Yeah.
Which is completely opposite of what he's trying to do.
So that's what completely changed for me, because when I was watching this is Zom 100, I know I saw Bucket List of the Dead, but I didn't understand it. But it is very simple. It is a bucket list, a life goal, what to do before they die. And I like how
wait. Before you continue, is the point that he's going to become a zombie after he gets to 100?
No, I don't think
we
so.
don't know. We don't know right now. We don't
because
know.
It says,
because yes,
it says before he becomes a zombie.
So we'll talk about, I think episode 3 kind of hinted something else, so we'll talk about that. So I really liked the background score when he was making this, and he came up to 30, but then he takes a little pause, and he closes his eyes, and he starts dreaming of his parents. He's like, I want to go home. He goes, I want to get a best bud. I want to meet the woman of my dreams. And I like that we're getting to see him grow, and I feel like his character is growing and adapting to this world. And then the same situation, like you said, that she was like 100 things to do to avoid becoming a zombie. But she starts, like, when she sees Akira smile, she basically starts changing it too. So how that's going to translate is going to be different. But I don't know if you saw the ending of episode 2 where they showed the outro video. They have
What,
it now.
really?
They have outro now. They
Yeah,
introduced
yeah.
the future characters coming.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was only 4 people that I saw in the
Yeah,
video.
the
There are
girl
2
with the
behind you.
blonde chick with the massive tits.
The one
Cliche.
behind you, right? The one with the sword.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, the one. Yeah, she has a massive.
Can you
rack.
move out of the way? Do you mind moving out of the way? So you have 1, 2, 4. Yeah, 4. They only showed 4.
I mean,
That's
there's other character that shows up in the stories, but yeah, these are the.
and that was one of the points that I was thinking about. We see 4 people in the opening credit.
Yeah.
What happens to the rest of them?
Rest of who?
Are we expecting the people that we're seeing to die throughout the story? Is that what's going to happen?
Oh,
because his friend is not. What was his friend's name? Let me look at my notes.
He's right there. He's right there in the truck.
Is it? He had black hair though.
So what?
Unless
he can't
colored it.
Yeah, he changed the color. That's obviously him. If you
And
see the trailer, yeah, because you see the trailer, he's always getting naked.
It is him, right?
Yeah,
It is
Yo, he better
fine.
make it, yeah.
He's nice. He reminds me of you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
For those who don't know Amy, that's him. That guy is him.
I'll take that.
So yeah, go ahead. Episode 3. Talk about it, guys. What'd you think?
I mean, we can talk about 2 and 3. You know what I like about the show? It actually covers some of the
Essential
zombie. The zombie apocalypse, like random conversation. Yeah, like oh, the walking zombie, the running zombies. Like it goes over one at a time. Like kind of that's a strategy. So it's kind of like the cliche of all the zombie movies. Like they actually use it all the time in the show. I find that very interesting. But yeah, I love how Akira has like, hey Tendou, what's up, buddy? Like I'm coming. He's like, why are you not stressed?
I really like Akira, especially because all he wanted to do is apologize. He's like genuinely like doesn't want to lose friendship and stuff. But my favorite part, and I was cracking up in tears, was when he jumped up and he took his clothes off, a typical Amy move, and then when Akira picks him up, he goes, "My balls!" He screamed his balls. I was like, I lost it. Then I was like, that's so funny.
So, I'm like completely opposite of you guys. I don't like the fact that he's that carefree. I don't like it, and I don't like it because that's not something that I would do. In a situation where a zombie apocalypse is happening, I'd be shitting bricks. You know, I'd be shitting bricks.
We all be. I think we all will be.
And that's what annoys me. No, that's what annoys me about him, because the girl, I like her perspective. That's how you got to avoid shit. She's smart. She put up the camera outside. She made sure nobody followed him, right? But hey, this guy had no fucking care. Like he just walked in, opened the door. I don't care who the fuck is following me. And even with the neighbors, right? The whole idea of him climbing down the pipe, seeing the neighbors, they're shitting bricks. I'm gonna bring you a beer if you want anything. And the neighbors are like, yeah. You see, and even the part when he said, "Oh, I would like to spend time with my parents." You don't fucking know if your parents are alive. Haven't you tried calling or getting in touch with them? Like nothing. So you know, it's
okay. You don't
way...
think it's optimistic personality?
That part does get explained. So I don't want to go too much of that.
I completely have the opposite take on this, and I agree. As a human, as us, we will completely be freaking out and trying to survive because there's no way. Yeah,
I'll be dead.
Realistically. But I think the reason why he is so happy-go-lucky is he already suffered the worst pain ever for 3 years of his life.
That is the worst pain. You working like a fucking horse is the worst pain. Somebody's kid died.
You see the suffering.
Like, really?
He couldn't do anything. He couldn't go out. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't do he was like, it was work.
Welcome to 9 to 5.
So that's
shit.
the fun. That's no.
9 to 9 or 9 to 9. Shit.
No, he wasn't 9 to 9 though. He was straight days. What are you talking about?
He was.
Yeah, that's why I said 9 to 9. The third fucking day.
24 hours, whatever. I think the takeaway of this is he is so like he already got him taken out as a zombie.
he's fucking carefree, which I don't like.
I think
That's
he's
how you
living.
fucking
He's
die.
living now. He's living.
That's not. Have you seen that movie with where the guy had rules of how to avoid zombie? Damn it, who's Carnage and Venom?
Oh,
The
yeah,
guy?
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, it's this is with
Shit,
Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Zombieland.
Zombieland. You see how the guy is? He's not an optimistic guy, but he's making the rules that he has to follow to avoid zombies, to avoid becoming one, and which makes sense. That's why I like the girl better. I didn't like the fact that she didn't pick up that small candy or whatever the fuck she was looking at.
Much snack.
But she regrets it.
Because she regretted it because I think she wanted to make sure she's able to like be in shape and run if she needs to run away. That was the whole idea behind it.
Health risk is what she
so that was
but at the end when she looks at Akira and she's like she thinks about his approach, because when she sees Akira, he's basically giving people a chance to live. That's what happened with his friend Kencho. Kencho was ready to give up and die, and you see Akira jumping up and he's like, you got balls. He goes, I'm gonna he's giving that like motivation, like, yo, this is a new life, just live it, be somebody else. He like, you could be somebody else. You quit your job and be a comedian, be the stand-up comedian. And that time,
what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, try to please like fucking zombies? Be a comedian?
Yeah. He's.
I mean, the simplest.
But it's like live your dreams right now. Live your
so
dreams.
His joke. Yeah. So what are his jokes gonna be? A zombie and a priest walk into a like no, be realistic. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
priest would
shit hit the fan. Be careful. Right, like, but this guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come see you." Like, it's too carefree for me. Like, way too carefree.
I mean, every zombie story wouldn't like. That's what I like about this. Is it's different, right? Like every zombie story is like, oh, we're trying to be careful, but then they still do dumb shit. Like this one's like openly the main character. Just
no, but listen.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just like. He wants to live the life that he wants to do because he wasted it for 3 years. Like I love the take of this fresh take versus like what you're saying. Like it makes logical sense, but I don't watch shows to always make logical sense.
Yes, agreed.
Right? I mean, every zombie show, what you're saying has that, and quite frankly, where it fails is like even in that scenario, they do so many dumb shit that's like it's not that entertaining to watch.
No,
right?
I agree.
Walking Dead, like, is a great example. There's so much stupidity, even though they're being careful.
Zombieland. I mean, we've seen, and that's my problem, right? Like, I'm putting myself in. Like, let's
look
say,
at this. Look at the picture. First of all, we got a shark zombie. We got Megalosaurus. We got pig zombies. We got pig zombies.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck
So don't take it seriously. Don't take it seriously.
But the point that I'm trying to make is like I'm putting myself the zombie apocalypse as something that we've been watching all our life, right? Like this is something, except for that movie Shaun of the Dead, which was a comedic take to it.
It was dope.
Right?
So it's so good.
Yeah. That was such a good movie.
Yeah.
So this one, it's a comedic take.
The point that I'm trying to make is I like the girl better than Akira.
I think they will balance each other out.
So let me. So are we moving to episode 3? Can we talk about it? Or
yeah. We're in episode 3 already.
Okay. So the zombies are fucking dumb, bro. These zombies are motherfucking dumb. Like they were about to eat that guy, and then they were about to touch him, and then the honk went off, and these zombies.
But we know zombies are blind, though. Zombies are blind.
No, but zombies. No.
Zombies are blind.
All zombies are not blind. Okay.
I mean, they react by sound. They react by sound, though.
High School of the Dead zombie was blind. They were listening.
No, Walking Dead zombies are blind.
They are not blind. They could see.
Walking Dead was blind.
They were blind.
Walking Dead was
they were blind.
They were sound.
It wasn't
maybe later on.
It wasn't just audio, bro. It was visual also.
Smell and sound. Remember, they covered it with guts, and they were able to walk through the dead.
They never saw anything. Right? Yeah, they used to camouflage.
And they started running like fuck, and then they just run away.
No.
World War Z zombies are not blind.
Sound.
Right?
Sound. Brad Pitt fucking went.
World War Z zombie was not sound, bro.
Yes, it was.
Remember the guy was sneaking. No. World War zombie was not sound. Remember at the end.
At the end, Brad Pitt went through the whole. Yeah.
Brad Pitt
Bro, it was smell and it's sound, because when Brad Pitt was in the in the World Health Organization,
he was hiding himself. No, he was hiding himself, and he was
bro,
crawling.
he went past zombies. He just couldn't make noises.
No,
I don't remember.
No. That's not what happened.
All I
No.
remember is in
No.
World War Z is like if you have a terminal
Great movie.
disease, the zombie wouldn't kill you.
They won't bother you.
Yeah.
And then what about
That's
the
a good, actually good story.
the Musan train?
Busan, Train to Busan.
Busan train. I was like,
Musan
demon
train.
Oh, I know.
Regular
I mixed it up.
Regular zombie makes sense.
Those motherfuckers were crazy too, yo. So these zombies. Okay, so let's get to the point. But this is like way beyond dumb, bro. Like they almost had the guy, and then they turned around and walked away. Like I mean, like inches away, right? So these zombies are dumb as shit.
First of all,
It's the same as most of them.
Yeah.
I would say it's the same as any other zombie movie. We see a lot of zombies.
Not Resident Evil zombies. Those motherfuckers are crazy.
Okay,
Resident Evil zombies.
if not all zombies are alike, I agree. But I am liking the fresh take that this zombie show is giving. It has its comedic moments. It has its inspiration, motivation moments. It also has... looks like it has a lot of good action to come.
Oh, it gets a lot better. Yeah. It's fun.
It's just episode 3. It's just episode 3.
Yeah, I'm liking...
and I'm okay with that. So the next step, I mean, the next point was, his friend is like, his friend started as a carefree guy, and then he became like not a workhorse, but it completely did a 360. Now his friend is not that carefree guy, and he's like shit scared. He won't even leave his room. He hasn't even left his room because...
No. You missed where he was at. He was his home. He was at
I mean the room that he had, right? Like that's what I meant. The room that he had.
Like he said,
that room.
Like he said, he got lucky. His drunk ass chose that room.
Yeah, he was in bondage.
Now you see the point where both friends were like, when they started off, this friend was definitely carefree. Kensho is his name, right?
Kensho.
Yeah, Kensho. He still is. Yeah, he's still carefree though.
Yeah, he's naked now.
I don't know. Now he's carefree at the end. He was
of Akira.
Because of Akira, yeah. Because of Akira. So that I like that twist where both friends were like, "Oh, I don't like my job either. I want to be a comedian." So I like that.
Yeah, a realistic approach.
Yeah. And what else did we have? And then there was this point that he made. There was something that he said. You're the guy that would say it was from zombie infection.
Yes, that was the one.
Yeah, that was an interesting comment.
And then the music changed.
I think it goes on the list.
Yeah, right?
I think it's one.
I don't think it's on the list. I don't think it's on the list yet.
I think he will stumble on it. I think that's what's going to happen. But the music kind of just simmered down, and then all you heard was the breeze in the background. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, it was pointing to it. It was pointing in that direction.
And then they started laughing. Maybe it was something that didn't mean anything, but I definitely said...
I feel like that's a foreshadowing. Like in the manga, like I wouldn't know. I'm not caught up to the manga, but I have no idea. It's just guess, but it sounds like that sounded most definitely like a foreshadowing.
Because
whether he's
Yep.
Like whether he actually come up with the cure to the disease or whatever, I don't think that's the case. But it feels like he's going to be the leader of whatever that would find a solution to it. Like
I think so. Those are all the points for me. That's about it. I didn't take any of the notes.
That's fine. I am happy with this anime. I think the music is the most greatest achievement this anime has. I don't know if you're paying attention to it.
I like the
animation.
I wasn't. I was watching the animation. I enjoyed the animation.
It's nice. Some of the most gorgeous music I've ever, especially in episode 2 when he's having in the bathroom, when you're sitting in the bathroom. That music was so amazing. It reminded me of Sword Art Online.
Okay.
Yeah, the music. Yeah, I thought it was good too.
What about radio?
I can't wait.
Oh, it's still my anime of the summer. It's still my anime.
How do you? Out of 10?
Episode.
Well, can I just rank it? Can I just rank it number 1?
No. You gotta rate the fucking anime.
Episode 2. I thought episode 2 is a 9 out of 10. I loved almost everything about it. I love both the point of view. I love the animation. I love the music. Episode 3, I'll give it 8 out of 10.
What about you, Moto?
So just the first episode for me was 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
without
10 out
a
of 10.
doubt. It was fantastic. The style, animation, and whatnot. I love the second one came with a different perspective approach. I don't think the stylistic choice was as strong as the first episode. Story was just as interesting. Maybe not as like we already know kind of the environment. So I'll say 8 out of 10 for the second episode. And then for the third one, I think it was a little bit more ridiculous, similar to episode 1. So I actually like the third one better than the second one. So I'll go 9 out of 10. It's been high. I just because I wasn't expecting this, so everything's been like super high for me.
I can't get behind the fact that this guy's so carefree. He's just too optimistic for me. And I like putting myself in these situations. What would I do? That's my thing. I understand it's an anime, but I keep going back to, will I
Ichigo was the same way.
survive? Who?
Ichigo.
Ichigo seems like an anime, but zombie apocalypse is something we've been growing up with, something what we would do, right? So I can't even put myself in Ichigo's shoe, pretty much. I give it like.
I mean, what would you do though? Like, I'm just curious though. Like, if you're at home, you're stuck. Like, what can you do? You have to go out.
Knives.
Weapons, right? Collect the
Knives.
weapons first of all.
But how would he collect the weapon? How would he collect the weapon though?
I
He
have
would
a couple
still
of
have to
side.
go.
He has a Tesla,
couple
bro.
of
He's
thoughts.
gonna transform.
First of all, like much of the weapon, you're not gonna find it in Tokyo. Like, what are you gonna find?
Bro,
swords.
listen.
You will find swords. Tokyo has swords, bro.
Not as much as you think you would though.
No,
And these guys, I mean, if you go to Kyoto, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But it's not like there's like a freaking real sword like everywhere in Tokyo.
I
Like,
mean, I'm thinking like samurais are gonna come out and save my ass. That's what I'm thinking. Shit.
right, but that's not in Tokyo. Like for him, like as much as crazy as he might have been, like what could he have done? He had no food. He woke up to a zombie
Maybe be
apocalypse.
careful. The guy he just doesn't give
But
a
he
I
fuck.
don't know. I like
but
I
he
like
was
the fact I don't want to be
strategizing.
careful. I don't want to talk
I don't think
he
he's
was
strategizing
strategizing,
for
right?
shit, man. I don't think he's strategizing.
But first of
I
all,
mean,
he
yeah,
didn't walk out. He didn't walk out, so he climbed down that thing. He knows which
I'm not saying he's dumb.
he
I'm not
manipulated
saying he's
noise.
dumb.
Found.
No, I'm not
He
saying
used
he's
to
dumb.
unclude
I'm saying
the zombies,
yeah,
right?
I'm not
just-
saying
Like,
he's dumb. I'm saying he's very, very, very carefree. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this-
there's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt that he makes a lot of mistakes. Like going to the grocery store, like obviously you don't just open it. Like you want to look inside and make
yeah,
sure.
I mean, I would be like anything I
yeah,
opened,
be
right?
aware.
Like I'd be like,
Right.
shit,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's
it
what I
would've
would
been-
do.
So I agree with that. But the level the chick is, like, it's not something you could have. Like, you have to have it pretty well prepared ahead of the time. Like,
Yes.
if this happens in New York, I'll be fucked. like I don't have a fucking camera I can put on the outside.
That's what I'm.
Like,
That's
I'll
what
be
I'm
dead.
expecting, right?
Bro,
For
in
you
New
to
York,
freak out, for you to like look around. New York, you fuck. You're not
New York
getting
is
one.
Yeah.
New York will get nuked. I'm just saying, New
I
York will
will-
get nuked if
yeah.
there's zombie apocalypse. Easy.
I'll be taking
Jersey.
photos. I'll be FaceTime you guys. It's like, yo, I got like 5 days to live before I starve to death. like,
Oh,
well,
Oh,
yeah.
we didn't talk about the fact that the phone lines and the internet is back,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
different.
right?
That was
We didn't even
different,
talk about that. So I mean, that's a good thing. They're able to communicate. They would be able to. Instagram might be on at this given point.
Who
So
the
they'd
fuck?
be able to like post
Hey,
pictures.
guys.
Hey,
Hey,
zombie! Hey, look at this shit!
OnlyFans never get shut down.
Never gets shut down.
Show me that
And the
zombie
other thing is-
DNA.
I know, right? And the other thing is, if a zombie apocalypse does happen, there are bigger concerns because power plants and everything like that, like nuclear plants, they need to be
Yeah.
constantly checked out. You have to like make sure the electrodes and it needs to
Well,
be
it
maintained.
overheats,
You mean
right?
show
Yeah,
the old
it needs to be
Nuclear plant.
maintained at a
It
certain
will
level.
overheat, yeah, and it's gonna fucking explode and whatnot.
So you're
Yeah,
talking
like-
about an extinction level threat. Like that's something that needs to be
Well,
handled.
the zombie level they got, it's pretty close to extinction level. I mean,
No, well,
everybody's
see, with zombie apocalypse, you could go underground, you can control it, you're able to get away. It's not where you're completely destroying the planet. There's
well,
so
hold
many.
on. But hold on. Now the zombie shows though, like it's just human that turns zombie. So there's that. Like you could go underground and shit. But the freaking thing, like you can see in this behind Suhi, you got a shark zombie. You got a boar zombie. Like that's
I've seen Sharknado. Sharknado, is that the movie? Sharknado.
yeah, Sharknado.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. So that I technically speaking, the show, I don't think this you can't survive it. I don't think.
I mean, you're not going to, but you know, I keep going back to because I watch a lot of like end of the world shows. Like Doctor Stone is a very good show. It talks about like what would have happened. Nuclear power plants would have completely blown up, right? You need to maintain them at a certain level. That would have been the end of the world. That's it. You're done, right? So that I mean, zombie would be the last of your concerns if that happens. But
bro, Doctor Stone eventually he's gonna come up with a nuke.
I mean, he already came up with TNTs and shit like that, you know. So might as well. And he's coming up with drones and stuff. So I mean, overall, I think my rating would be 7 for episode 2 and 3.
Yeah,
what about
that's
1?
Reasonable.
Well, what did you give 1?
Huh?
What did you give 1? You gave.
He
8,
gave
right?
8. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but he didn't see the last part.
It was so high.
Yeah,
it is high, bro. I'm expecting. I need to see that slash and dash. I need to see blood and gore.
I think it's coming up.
He's action oriented. He's an action oriented guy.
All right, so we talk about action, then we'll go into that. So without further ado, we're gonna end this. Zom 100, a great anime for the summer. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow, watch it on Crunchyroll, and we'll be back next time. Peace out.
Peace out.